Elon Musk's rocket company, SpaceX, has just reached a valuation that could soon make him the world's very first trillionaire. Investors now value the company at approximately 170 lakh crore rupees. To see how big that number is, consider that this single company is worth 4 times more than the entire national economy of Pakistan. Here's the strange part. Even though SpaceX lost tens of thousands of crores last year, investors are fighting to give the company more money. To understand why people are so eager to buy into a company that isn't profitable yet, we have to look at 3 letters: IPO. This process is what's known as an initial public offering, or taking a company public. Think of a highly exclusive private club. This club wants to build a huge expansion, but they need billions of dollars to pay for the construction. To get the cash, the club owners decide to sell membership tickets to the general public for the very first time. In business, these tickets are called shares. When a private company sells these shares to the public to raise money, they are launching an IPO. It's the specific moment a private vision opens its doors to become a business that anyone can own a piece of. Let's look at how SpaceX actually moves from a private idea to a public asset. First, the ownership of the entire company is mathematically sliced into millions of tiny, equal pieces. Then, financial experts assign a specific monetary value to each of those individual slices. In this case, each small slice of SpaceX was priced at about $135. By selling millions of these slices at this set price, the company can collect the massive pool of cash they need to build their rockets. But what happens when the number of people who want to buy those slices is much higher than the number of slices available? When the crowd is too big for the room, the market calls the situation oversubscribed. SpaceX hoped to raise about 7.2 lakh crore rupees, but investors showed up with a staggering 28 lakh crore. That means for every single share available, there were 4 different people waiting in line to buy it. This brings us back to the main question. Why are all these people fighting to buy into a business that is currently losing money? Investors often choose to put their money into a compelling story about the future, rather than just looking at today's profit numbers. When people buy SpaceX shares, they aren't looking at last year's losses. They are buying into the idea of humans eventually reaching other planets. They are also betting on a future where satellite networks provide internet to the whole world and power the systems needed for artificial intelligence. This has worked before. Amazon lost money for years while early investors kept backing them, believing the company would eventually dominate the way we shop. In the world of high tech, the belief that a business will change the world often matters more to investors than a temporary budget deficit. This wave of interest in SpaceX shows how the global economy is changing. Not long ago, the most popular companies for investors were almost always giant oil refineries and traditional factories. Today, global wealth is moving rapidly away from the fossil fuels of the past and looking upward toward data, artificial intelligence, and the stars. An IPO gives regular people a way to put their money where their hopes are, allowing them to personally back the future they want to see become a reality.